Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Would have never imagined it. Would have never imagined anything like this happening to me. But I just got lucky, I guess. Right place, right time, right songs that I happen to write, and I'm just enjoying the ride so far.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving straight into the country powerhouse himself, Luke Combs. From his down-home lifestyle and massive earnings to the latest news you've got to hear, we've got it all covered. If you love country music, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a beat. Let's begin. Early life. Born Luke Albert Combs on March 2, 1990, in Huntersville, North Carolina, Luke's early life was grounded in small-town values, humility, and a quiet yet persistent ambition. The only child of Rhonda and Chester Combs, Luke was raised in a working-class household that emphasized honesty, resilience, and the importance of hard work. Principles that would later become the bedrock of both his music and persona. When Luke was just 8 years old, his family relocated to Asheville, North Carolina, a move that would mark the beginning of his connection to Appalachian culture and Southern musical traditions. Growing up in the scenic Blue Ridge Mountains, Luke was surrounded by gospel hymns, country radio, and the storytelling-rich heritage of the South. His parents nurtured his creativity but kept him grounded. His mother worked in human resources while his father worked in maintenance. Two jobs that instilled in Luke a strong work ethic and a down-to-earth perspective that has stayed with him throughout his rise to stardom. From an early age, Luke showed signs of both musical and athletic talent. He played football as a linebacker at A.C. Reynolds High School, but it was his love for music that quietly grew stronger over time. He sang in vocal ensembles and performed in school musicals, and by the time he reached his teens, his voice had begun turning heads. One formative moment came when he performed a solo of A Whole New World during a school performance, an early glimpse of the emotional connection he could forge with a crowd. Despite being naturally shy, Luke used music as a way to express himself. His childhood wasn't marked by flashy ambitions, but by quiet observation, steady growth, and an intuitive grasp of life's simple truths, elements that would become trademarks of his songwriting. As a teenager, he picked up the guitar and began teaching himself chords by watching online videos. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Luke didn't grow up dreaming of the Grand Ole Opry. Instead, his entry into music came from a place of self-discovery and pure love for the craft. After high school, Luke enrolled at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina. Though he initially pursued a degree in criminal justice, the campus's vibrant music scene soon captivated his attention. Boone was where Luke began playing gigs at local bars, performing cover songs, and eventually showcasing his original material. He worked as a bouncer at a bar called Parthenon Cafe, which later became one of the first venues to host his live shows. It was here that his raw, relatable voice and knack for honest songwriting began to catch fire among college audiences. A pivotal relationship during this time was with his tight-knit circle of friends and fellow musicians who believed in his talent before he fully believed in it himself. Their encouragement and his growing confidence convinced Luke to leave college just shy of completing his degree and move to Nashville in 2014. That leap of faith, rooted in a lifetime of quiet preparation and hard-earned authenticity, would soon prove to be a defining decision. Luke Combs' early years weren't driven by industry connections or childhood fame. They were shaped by a deep sense of place, unshakable family support, and a natural gift for connecting with everyday people through song. Career and success. After making the bold move to Nashville, Combs independently released his debut EP The Way She Rides in 2014. The project gained traction on social media and streaming platforms, thanks to its authenticity and Combs' powerhouse vocals, signaling that a new voice was emerging in the country music scene. His breakthrough moment came in 2016 with the release of Hurricane, a song he co-wrote that quickly went viral online and eventually climbed to the top of the country airplay chart. The success of Hurricane led to a major label deal with Columbia Nashville, and in 2017, Combs released his debut studio album, This One's For You. The album was a commercial and critical triumph, producing several chart-topping singles including When It Rains It Pours, One Number Away, and She Got the Best of Me. It would go on to become one of the most successful debut albums in country history, holding the leading position on Billboard's Top Country Albums chart for more than 50 weeks. Combs quickly distinguished himself with a style that honored traditional country roots while appealing to a new generation of listeners. His songs, often rooted in themes of love, heartbreak, everyday struggles, and resilience, struck a universal chord. With a warm baritone voice and everyman charm, he positioned himself as a relatable figure in a genre craving authenticity. His sophomore album, What You See Is What You Get, 2019, solidified his superstar status. The record entered both the Billboard 200 and the Top Country Albums chart at the top, featuring standout singles like Beer Never Broke My Heart, Even Though I'm Leaving, and Does to Me, a duet with country legend Eric Church. That collaboration marked a milestone moment for Combs, as Church was one of his early musical heroes growing up in North Carolina. His momentum showed no signs of slowing. In 2020, Combs released the deluxe edition, What You See Ain't Always What You Get, which included the massive hit Forever After All. The song broke multiple streaming records and debuted in the second spot on the Billboard Hot 100, an impressive achievement rarely seen for a country release. Awards and recognition followed rapidly. Combs has received multiple honors from the Country Music Association, including Male Vocalist of the Year several times, and Entertainer of the Year, one of the highest accolades in country music. He's also been a frequent winner at the Academy of Country Music Awards and was nominated for several Grammy Awards. With an unprecedented string of consecutive singles, each climbing to the top of Billboard's country airplay chart, 13 in a row from the start of his recording career, Combs etched his name into the record books as a dominant force in modern country radio. Throughout his evolving career, Combs has stayed true to his blue-collar image, often writing songs that celebrate ordinary life and emotional vulnerability. However, he hasn't shied away from growth. His third studio album, Growin' Up, 2022, and its follow-up, Gettin' Old, 2023, reflected a more introspective side with themes of aging, change, and fatherhood. He deepened that narrative with Fathers and Sons, 2024, a stripped-back collection that further explored generational bonds. In 2025, Combs released the single Back in the Saddle, teasing his forthcoming sixth studio album. Luke Combs' career is a masterclass in staying grounded while reaching for the stars. From viral success to arena dominance, from heartland ballads to record-breaking chart feats, his journey reflects not just a meteoric rise, but a reshaping of modern country music. Income and net worth. Luke Combs' financial success is a testament to his rapid rise in country music and his ability to turn heartfelt storytelling into a highly profitable career. With an estimated net worth of $20 million to $25 million, according to various industry sources and financial outlets, Combs has quickly become one of the highest-earning artists of his generation. An impressive feat for someone who only broke into the mainstream less than a decade ago. The majority of Combs' income stems from his booming music career. Since his breakout single, Hurricane, he has released multiple multi-platinum albums and has maintained an unmatched streak of chart-topping singles. Royalties from streaming platforms, album and single sales, as well as his songwriting credits, have created a steady and growing income stream. With every new hit, his back catalog gains additional value, reinforcing his long-term earning potential. Touring has played a significant role in accelerating Combs' financial growth. His arena and stadium tours, including his record-setting world tour, launched in 2023, have consistently sold out venues across the US, Canada, Europe, and Australia. Ticket sales from these shows have grossed millions, while exclusive tour merchandise and VIP packages have added substantial revenue. His live performances are known for their authenticity and fan engagement, factors that contribute to his strong ticket demand and merch sales. He is now planning a global 2026 headlining tour, promising another major chapter in his live performance legacy. In addition to music and touring, Combs has begun to expand his brand into new ventures. He has inked endorsement deals and strategic partnerships that align with his down-to-earth image. One notable collaboration was with Columbia Sportswear, which tapped into Combs' outdoorsman appeal. He's also collaborated with brands in lifestyle and fashion, and his official merchandise line has become a staple for country fans, further driving his earnings. While still early in his career compared to legacy artists, Combs has shown signs of long-term financial foresight. Luke Combs' net worth is projected to climb significantly as his career progresses. With a powerful combination of creative talent, commercial appeal, and a fiercely loyal fan base, he is positioned not only as one of country music's most beloved voices, but also as one of its most bankable stars. Lifestyle insights. While Luke Combs' meteoric rise in country music has brought him commercial acclaim and financial success, his lifestyle remains deeply rooted in simplicity, authenticity, and gratitude, a reflection of the humble beginnings and blue-collar values that shaped him. Combs has always leaned into his identity as an everyman, and that ethos extends to how he spends his time offstage. Unlike many celebrities who seek lavish distractions, Combs finds joy in the simple things: fishing, watching sports, playing video games, and hanging out with close friends. A lifelong football fan, he often attends games or relaxes at home. He's also known for his passion for the outdoors. Whether it's a hunting trip or just spending time in nature, these activities provide him with a sense of peace and normalcy amidst a hectic touring schedule. Despite his rising fame, Combs has maintained a refreshingly laid-back approach to personal style. Eschewing flashy designer wardrobes, he's often seen in trucker hats, Columbia PFG shirts, jeans, and boots, a look that's become part of his brand. His fashion choices reflect his loyalty to comfort and authenticity rather than chasing trends, resonating with fans who see him as someone who hasn't let stardom change his character. Combs has also demonstrated a quiet but consistent commitment to giving back. He has supported various charitable efforts, particularly those focused on disaster relief, mental health awareness, and veterans' causes. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he performed live-stream benefit concerts to raise funds for struggling communities and small businesses. He's also been involved with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and has supported fundraising efforts for families affected by natural disasters, such as the deadly tornadoes that hit Tennessee. Though he doesn't seek the spotlight for his philanthropy, his actions speak volumes about the values he holds close. In terms of personal growth, Combs has spoken candidly about self-image and mental health. Early in his career, he faced online scrutiny over his appearance, but he's handled criticism with grace and confidence, often using humor and openness to address the topic. Rather than let public opinion derail his self-worth, Combs has leaned into self-acceptance and stayed focused on his craft and his fans. This attitude has made him an even more relatable figure to his audience, particularly those who appreciate his candor and humility. When it comes to challenges, Combs has largely steered clear of major controversy, which in itself is notable given the intensity of the spotlight he now lives under. However, he has navigated moments of reflection and accountability, particularly regarding his early association with certain Confederate imagery. In 2021, he addressed the issue publicly, expressing regret and committing to growth, stating, "There is no excuse for those images. I am now aware how painful that imagery can be to someone else." His willingness to acknowledge mistakes and evolve demonstrates a strong moral compass and a maturity that continues to guide his career and personal life. As a new father, Combs' lifestyle has taken on even more meaning. He often speaks about how fatherhood has shifted his priorities and deepened his emotional connection to his music. Family time has become sacred, and he is increasingly selective about his schedule, balancing the demands of a global career with the desire to be a present husband and dad. His home life, rooted in love, laughter, and routine, offers him the kind of grounding that money and fame can't replicate. Relationships and personal life. As much as Luke Combs is celebrated for his music, it's the relationships in his life, steady, loyal, and deeply rooted, that reveal the man behind the success. At the center of his personal life is his marriage to Nicole Hawking Combs, a relationship that has remained one of his greatest sources of stability and inspiration. Luke met Nicole in 2016, just as his career was beginning to take off. The two were introduced through mutual friends in Nashville, and their bond quickly grew stronger. Nicole stood by him through the early uncertain days of his career, well before the fame and sold-out stadiums, offering support when he needed it most. The couple got engaged in 2018 and tied the knot in a private ceremony in August 2020. Their love story has become a central theme in many of Luke's songs, most notably the heartfelt ballad Forever After All, which he wrote about her. Their relationship has long been admired for its authenticity, and the two often share glimpses of their life together on social media, offering fans a window into their strong, supportive dynamic. In 2022, Luke and Nicole welcomed their first child, a son named Tex Lawrence Combs, followed by their second son in 2023. The experience of becoming a father has marked a significant evolution in Luke's life. He has spoken openly about how fatherhood reshaped his priorities, strengthened his emotional connection to his music, and taught him to see the world through a more grounded, meaningful lens. Family now plays a central role in how he structures his life and career, with touring schedules increasingly built around time at home with Nicole and the kids. Recently, speculation has begun to swirl about the possibility of a third baby on the way. In 2024, Nicole playfully mentioned during an Instagram Q&A that the couple might consider expanding their family again, but only if they move into a bigger house. While she didn't confirm anything outright, the remark quickly fueled rumors among fans. The buzz only grew stronger after reports surfaced that the Combs family is indeed preparing to relocate to a new home, a move that became known publicly in September. Some see this transition as a potential sign that baby number 3 may be part of the near future. According to insiders, Nicole and Luke are already preparing for the move. Family has always been a touchstone for Combs. Though he was raised as an only child, he remains close to his parents, especially his mother, Rhonda, whom he frequently credits for teaching him the value of perseverance and humility. His deep familial bonds have remained intact despite the pressures of global fame, and he often returns to North Carolina for family time and moments of reflection away from the spotlight. In the professional realm, Combs is equally known for cultivating loyal and respectful relationships. One of his most impactful early alliances was with his manager, Chris Cappy, who discovered him through social media and became a key architect in shaping his rise. The partnership, built on trust and a shared belief in Luke's vision, helped turn a grassroots following into a mainstream phenomenon. Luke's reputation within the industry is bolstered by his loyalty and humility. Songwriters, bandmates, and industry peers regularly describe him as generous, approachable, and genuine. Despite his enormous success, Combs has remained accessible and focused on creating community, both with fans and within the music world itself. Ultimately, Luke Combs' relationships, both personal and professional, mirror the qualities that make him such a beloved figure: authenticity, humility, and a deep commitment to those who matter most. Whether crafting love songs inspired by Nicole, raising 2 young boys with tenderness, or nurturing creative bonds with fellow artists, his connections tell a story of loyalty and heart. As his family continues to grow, possibly even further in the near future, Combs remains the embodiment of a modern country artist who hasn't lost sight of what truly matters. Real estate. Following the deep dive into Luke Combs' relationships and growing family, his real estate story paints a clear picture of a man who values simplicity, privacy, and being grounded, no matter how high his star rises. His living arrangements, both past and present, reflect a lifestyle that prioritizes closeness over flash and authenticity over extravagance. For years, Luke, Nicole, and their 2 young sons have lived in a modest 2-bedroom home just outside Nashville, despite his estimated net worth surpassing $20 million. The home, approximately 2,000 square feet, sits on a quiet property surrounded by nature, perfect for a family that cherishes low-key living. The interior of their current home reflects exactly that sentiment: normalcy. The living room doubles as a play area for the kids. The decor is simple and functional, and the space is cozy rather than luxurious. Nicole confirmed this during a fan Q&A on Instagram, describing their home as basic and sharing that while it wasn't a mansion by any means, it was filled with love and comfort. Despite the constraints of space, the couple never rushed into upgrading, preferring to wait for the right moment. a decision that mirrors their thoughtful approach to both parenting and fame. But with a growing family and whispers of a possible third child, that right moment has arrived. In September 2025, news broke that the Combs family was preparing to move into a new, larger home. This transition came on the heels of Nicole's playful comment that they'd consider baby number 3, but only if we move into a bigger house. The new residence is reportedly under construction or undergoing renovations, designed with their evolving needs in mind. Though specific details remain private, insiders suggest it will include multiple bedrooms and bathrooms, a spacious open-concept kitchen, a home studio for Luke, and outdoor amenities like a pool and fire pit for family time and entertaining. In addition to their Nashville residence, Luke also maintains a home in Asheville, North Carolina, close to where he grew up. This property, estimated to be worth around $1 million, features approximately 2,000 square feet of rustic modern charm, blending natural wood finishes, stone accents, and serene views of the Blue Ridge Mountains. It serves as both a quiet retreat and a sentimental anchor to his past. While not publicly flaunted, the Asheville property symbolizes Luke's ongoing connection to his roots and his love for simpler living. Unlike many celebrities who opt for sprawling LA compounds or ultra-modern mega mansions, Luke Combs' real estate choices reflect his down-to-earth lifestyle and no-nonsense personality. His properties are designed for real life, not for the spotlight. Spaces where family comes first, creativity flows naturally, and the pace of life slows down just enough to savor it. Cars and vehicles. Just as Luke Combs' approach to home life reflects his grounded nature, his relationship with vehicles tells a similar story. One that begins with modest, utilitarian roots and grows into understated luxury guided by practicality and personal taste. Before the sold-out arenas and multi-platinum records, Luke's early driving days were defined by simplicity. One of his first vehicles was a red 2013 Dodge Neon. Not exactly the most glamorous car, but a perfectly reasonable ride for a college student chasing music between classes. In interviews, he's joked about the car's modest horsepower and no-frills design, but also fondly recalled how it symbolized a time in his life when he was just another kid with a guitar and a dream. That Neon, quirky and dependable, matched his blue-collar work ethic and his laid-back, no-nonsense personality. As Combs' star began to rise, so did the caliber of his vehicles, but not in the flashy, exotic sense typical of celebrity culture. Instead, Luke stayed true to his roots, favoring pickup trucks and rugged SUVs that reflect his love for the outdoors and his southern upbringing. One of his most recognizable rides in recent years is his Ford F-250 Super Duty, often seen parked backstage at his concerts or featured in social media posts. The truck, built for performance and durability, perfectly fits his image as a grounded, hardworking country artist who still appreciates a long drive on a back road. Though he's had the means to purchase high-end sports cars or rare vintage collectibles, Combs' garage tells a different story. Function over flash, comfort over clout. For touring, Luke relies heavily on a custom tour bus, designed with comfort and family life in mind. With back-to-back international shows and a growing family, private air travel has become a necessity as well, ensuring he can balance a demanding performance schedule with time at home. While he's been spotted using chartered private jets, he doesn't flaunt the lifestyle. For Luke, transportation is a tool to keep life moving smoothly, not a status symbol. Whether it's the sentimental story of his Dodge Neon or the sturdy dependability of his Super Duty pickup, Luke Combs' relationship with vehicles reflects the same qualities that have endeared him to fans worldwide: authenticity, practicality, and a deep appreciation for the ride, not just the destination. That brings us to the end of this story. If you enjoyed it, don't miss the other celebrity journeys waiting for you on screen. Thanks so much for watching.